Hey everyone, so we're about to dive into one of the wildest human experiences out there, falling in love. But forget the poetry for a second. We're gonna look at what's happening under the hood, inside your brain when you are just completely head over heels for someone. Let's get into it. So let's just kick things off with a pretty bold question. You've heard people say they're addicted to love, right? Well, what if that wasn't just some catchy song lyric? What if it's actually a neurochemical fact? Yeah, you heard that right. The science is shockingly clear on this. When you fall hard for somebody, your brain gets flooded with the very same feel-good chemicals that are released by a drug like cocaine. It's an unbelievably powerful biological reaction. Okay, so let's unpack this first effect. We're calling it the chemical high. This is that euphoric, can't stop smiling, walking on air feeling you get at the start of a new romance. It's intense, it feels amazing, and it all kicks off in your brain's reward system. And this comparison isn't just an idea, it's incredibly direct. When scientists look at brain scans of someone staring at a photo of the person they love, the exact same pleasure centers light up as they do in the brain of someone on a powerful drug. It's your brain basically screaming, "Yes, this is fantastic, let's get more of this." But, that feeling isn't just pure bliss. It can also get, a little intense, all-consuming even. And that brings us to the second major effect, this obsessive loop that makes it feel almost impossible to think about anything or anyone else. So here's the deal. First, your levels of serotonin, that's a key chemical for keeping your mood stable, they actually plummet. When that happens, it kind of opens the door for your brain to get stuck in an obsessive-compulsive loop. And what does it fixate on? You guessed it, the person you're in love with. This is the real biological reason you can't stop replaying every conversation in your head or checking your phone every 30 seconds. Okay, so we've got the high and we've got the obsession. But what about that old saying, love is blind? Well, it turns out that's not just something your friends say to you, it's an actual neurological event happening in your head. Think about it. You have a part of your brain, your frontal cortex, that's basically your own personal risk manager. Its whole job is to make smart judgments, weigh the pros and cons, and spot any potential red flags or dangers in other people. It's a pretty crucial tool for, survival. And when you're falling in love, that whole system, it just goes quiet, it deactivates. Your brain literally suspends all criticism and doubt, which lets you bond with this new person without your inner skeptic constantly getting in the way. And this is exactly why that phrase has stuck around for centuries. It's not just some poetic idea. It's a shockingly accurate description of what your brain is doing. Your ability to make a clear-headed, rational call about that person is quite literally switched off. So let's recap. What you've got is this perfect storm. You're feeling a euphoric high that's similar to a drug. You're stuck in an obsessive loop where you can't get them off your mind. And to top it all off, your brain's judgment center has taken a vacation. It's an intense and honestly a pretty vulnerable state to be in. Which leaves us with one final huge question, right? We've just seen that falling in love is this wild, chaotic, and temporary chemical storm. So if it's all just a high that's designed to fade, what happens next? What is it biologically that turns all that initial madness into something that actually lasts? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me.